You've probably looked at the blueprints of Moses' tabernacle 100 times.
Oh, easily. The
Yeah,
exact cubits, the veil, the lampstands.
right. And if you're like most people, it's incredibly easy to read Hebrews 9 and just treat the whole thing like this ancient architectural digest.
Well, yeah, or just historical trivia about nomadic worship practices. I mean, it feels very distant, very static.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But today, for this deep dive, we are flipping that blueprint completely upside down.
Yes, we are.
Because when you actually decode the structure, those dimensions aren't just spatial, they are temporal.
They map out time.
Right. So what we're unpacking today is how this ancient tent operates as a massive structural prophecy. It's basically a physical map predicting the exact figures of the first coming centuries before they even arrived.
It really completely shifts how you read the text because Hebrews 9, verses 9 and 10 explicitly call the tabernacle a parable for the present time.
So it's not just a tent.
No, it's a mechanism. And to understand how it works, you have to look at the progression in those first 8 verses. You have the holy place, the first room, and then the most holy place behind the veil.
Okay, so let's jump straight into that first room, the holy place.
Yeah.
Traditionally, it's just viewed as this functional waiting area, right?
Yeah, a place the priests had to pass through before reaching the ark.
But the argument we're exploring is that this specific room represents a literal human being.
John the Baptist.
Right. Now, I have to push back on that right out of the gate.
Go for it.
Isn't it the traditional theological view that the tabernacle represents heavenly realities? Like, why map a physical room to a specific flesh and blood person on earth?
It's a fair question, but it really comes down to function and timeline. Look at the prophecies in Malachi 3 about sending a messenger to prepare the way.
Okay.
The entire architectural purpose of that first room is preparation. It's a tabernacle of preparing the way for the ultimate reality in the second room.
Oh, I see.
And think about the most prominent feature in that first space, the 7 golden lampstands.
Which is the only source of light in the room.
Exactly. Now, in John 5, verse 35, Jesus literally describes John the Baptist as a lamp that burned and gave light.
Oh, wow. So John wasn't the permanent light.
No, he was the temporary illumination. He was the human equivalent of the first room, getting things ready for the main event.
Okay, I see how the causal chain works there. If the first room is the opening act, the most holy place, or the tabernacle of the testimony is the main event.
Precisely.
And since we already know the layout, the ark, the manna, the stone tablets, Aaron's rod,
All of it.
the natural implication is that everything in this second room must be Jesus.
Yes, but it's far more than just a loose association. It's about how physical laws translate to spiritual realities. Jesus doesn't just hold these artifacts.
He embodies them.
Right. He embodies the underlying mechanism of every single one. Take the stone tablets of the covenant, for example.
Well, the stone tablet is just a static, rigid container for the word, right?
Yeah, it is static. But 1 Peter 2 describes Jesus as the living stone.
Oh, gotcha.
He takes the static, physical law from the ark and becomes the active, living embodiment of it. The rigid container becomes flesh.
That actually makes the transition to the golden pot of manna make perfect sense.
How so?
Well, it's the exact same mechanism. It's not just about bread. It's the shift from physical sustenance to spiritual sustenance.
Exactly.
Because the physical manna the Israelites ate, it eventually spoiled or ran out. But in John 6, Jesus steps in and claims to be the true bread from heaven.
The eternal spiritual manna that actually gives life. You've hit the nail on the head.
It's crazy how perfectly it maps out.
The physical object is just a shadow of the spiritual function, and that leads us right into the most profound piece of the metaphor, Aaron's budding rod.
Oh, the dead branch that miraculously grew almonds.
Think about what that represents on a structural level. A piece of dead wood locked inside a gold box shouldn't sprout leaves.
No, it entirely defies natural law.
Just like a crucifixion defying death. When Jesus calls himself the true vine in John 15, he is declaring himself the ultimate budding rod.
The dead wood brought back to vibrant life.
Yes. The resurrection isn't just a historical event. It's the literal fulfillment of that exact artifact sitting in the dark of the most holy place.
Man, so when you step back and look at the whole picture, the Old Testament isn't just some tedious record of building codes.
It is not at all.
Every single piece of furniture, every spatial transition from that first room to the second, it was this flawless physical mechanism designed to explain the spiritual reality of the first coming.
It's a puzzle where the furniture is the prophecy.
That is amazing.
Which leaves us with an inevitable question to ponder.
What's that?
Well, if this ancient tabernacle was a perfectly executed physical blueprint for the first coming, what happens when we look forward?
Oh, to the second coming.
Exactly. The book of Revelation strongly hints at this exact same blueprint manifesting again at the second coming. So how will these exact same dimensions play out the second time around?
Oh, man. It makes you wonder what else is hiding in plain sight. Keep digging on your own, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.